Hello everyone. Today we'll discuss about the important constitutional amendment acts. Again I am telling you this is a very important topic. You can see in the previous year question paper at least one question will be there based on this topic. So please watch till end and make a note of it. If you are not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like, share and comment. Okay, let us start. Seventh Constitutional Amendment Act. This act is passed in 1956. This Constitutional Amendment Act reorganized the states on the basis of the languages, leading to the creation of the linguistic states. And it is aimed to promote linguistic and cultural identities within the federal structure of the India. This Constitutional Amendment Act also provided for the appointment of additional and acting judges of the High Court. And this amendment also promoted the appointment of the same person as a governor for 2 or more states. Okay, next we'll see Ninth Constitutional Amendment Act. This act is passed in 1960. This act allowed the parliament to legislate on matters related to acquisition and reacquisitioning property for state purposes. The most important thing in this amendment is provided that the transfer of disputed territory to the Pakistan from India was illegal. It provided that the transfer of disputed territories to the Pakistan from India. This act transferred the disputed territories to the Pakistan from India. Next we'll see the 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act. It was passed in 1976. This Constitutional Amendment Act is also called as the mini Constitution. In this amendment, life of the Lok Sabha and the state legislative assemblies increased from 5 to 6 years. The life of the Lok Sabha and the state legislative assemblies increased from 5 to 6 years during the emergency period. This amendment has been enacted during the period of the internal emergency. There are many things have been added to the constitution through this 42nd Constitution Amendment Act, and also some of the provisions have been curtailed from the constitution. So that's why it has been called as mini constitution. We'll see some important provisions which have been added to this amendment. 3 words have been added to the preamble. Such as socialist, secular and integrity. And fundamental duties were added by the citizens through this constitutional amendment. In the Part 4A, fundamental duties were added to the Part 4A, and also added the 3 new DPSPs through this amendment, such as equal justice and free legal aid and participation of workers' management in the industries and protection of environment, forest and wildlife. Equal justice and free legal aid, and the second one workers' participation in industries, and the third one protection of environment. These 3 DPSPs have been added to the constitution through this 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act. And you should know fundamental duties, earlier it was not there in a constitution. Through this constitutional amendment only, the fundamental duties were added to the constitution. It's very important, please remember. Okay, next we'll see 61st Constitutional Amendment Act. It was passed in 1989. In this amendment, the voting age is reduced from 21 to 18 years. See, the voting age, earlier it was 21. Later, through the 61st Constitutional Amendment Act, it has been reduced to 18 years for the Lok Sabha and Assembly elections. And its aim is to increase the political participation among the younger citizens. Okay, next we'll see 97th Constitutional Amendment Act. This act is passed in 2011. This amendment gave the constitutional status and protection to the cooperative societies. And the cooperative societies are added into the concurrent list. And this allows the both states and center to legislate on them. And aim is to promote the cooperative societies and streamline their governance. Through this amendment, there have been made 3 changes in the constitution with respect to cooperative societies. First one is, the cooperative societies is made as fundamental right. It made the right to form the cooperative societies a fundamental right. Right to form the cooperative societies added to the Article 19. And the second one, promotion of cooperative societies added to the DPSP. It is added to the Article 43B. Okay, the promotion of cooperative societies added to the DPSP in the Article 43B. And the third one, cooperative societies are added to the new part, that is 9B. From the articles 243 ZH to 243 ZT. A right to form cooperative societies added in the Article 19 as a fundamental right, and promotion of cooperative societies added to the DPSP in the Article 43B, and cooperative societies are also added to the a new part in 9B. 9B from the articles 243 ZH to 243 ZT. See, these are the very important points, so please make a note of it. Okay, next we'll see 100th Constitutional Amendment Act. It was passed in 2015. Through this amendment, it gave the acquiring certain territories by the India and transfer the certain territories to the Bangladesh in pursuance of the Land Boundary Act 1974 and its protocol 2011. Through this amendment, some of the Bangladesh territories have been given to the India. Some of the Indian territories have been given to the Bangladesh through the Land Boundary Agreement of 1974. You should remember 100th Constitutional Amendment Act is related to the Land Boundary Agreement between the India and Bangladesh. Okay. Next we'll see 101st Constitutional Amendment Act. It was passed in 2016. Okay. Through this amendment, it allows both the center and states to levy the goods and service, that is GST. It allows the both center and states to levy the GST. Before the 2016 amendment, that is before the 101 Constitution Amendment Act, the taxation powers were divided between the center and the state. After amendmenting, both have got the power to levy the goods and service tax, that is GST. This First Amendment Act was a landmark economic reform to replace the multiple state and central states with a single GST and enhancing the tax compliance and economic growth. You should remember 101st Constitutional Amendment Act is related to the GST, and that allows both the center and state to levy the goods and service tax. Okay. Next we'll see 102nd Constitutional Amendment Act. It was passed in 2018. This Constitutional Amendment Act provided the constitutional status to the National Commission for Backward Classes. It strengthened the role and authority of the National Commission of Backward Classes in the matters related to the backward classes. Remember, 102nd Constitutional Amendment Act is related to the backward classes. That is, constitution status has got the National Commission for Backward Classes. Okay, next we'll see 103rd Constitutional Amendment Act have been passed in 2019. This amendment provided the 10% reservation in the government jobs and educational institutions for the economically weaker sections, EWS, among the general category. It's intended to uplift the economically disadvantaged sections without the reservation in the past. Okay. Next we'll see 104th Constitutional Amendment Act. This act have been passed in 2019. Through this amendment, it extended the reservation of seats for SCs and STs in the Lok Sabha and the state assemblies for the another 10 years. That is 70 to 80 years. Earlier it was 70, now it made as 80 years. One more important thing here, through this amendment, the reserved seats for Anglo-Indians community in the Lok Sabha and in the state assemblies have been removed. Earlier, two Anglo-Indians communities have reserved the 2 seats. Through this amendment, it has been removed, that one. It ensured the continued political representation for the scheduled castes and the scheduled tribes. In this, you should remember 2 things. One is, the reservation have been extended to the SCs and STs in the Lok Sabha for another 10 years. That is from 70 to 80 years. And the second thing is, the Anglo-Indians reserve seat is removed. Next we'll see 106th Constitutional Amendment Act. This act have been passed in 2023. It reserves 1/3 of all seats for women in Lok Sabha and the state assemblies and the Legislative Assembly of the National Capital Territory of Delhi. This amendment gave the 1/3 representation for the women in Lok Sabha and the state assemblies and National Capital Territory of Delhi. Okay, you should remember 106th Constitutional Amendment Act is related to the reservation of 1/3 seats for women in Lok Sabha and the state assemblies. Okay, that's all about the amendments. I have chosen only a very important constitutional amendments in this video. Okay, I hope all of you have note down these points and keep on revise. It definitely helps you in upcoming examinations. Okay, if this video helps you in any way, please subscribe, like, share and comment. Thank you.